March is Fraud Prevention Month, and lately in the news we've been hearing about several incidents of fraud. And Sean Binkley joins us now, of course, mortgage broker. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning.
And there are some things to keep in mind when you're making an investment, because sometimes it simply is too good to be true.
Yeah, there's a lot of different types of financial fraud out there, and I mean, people are getting on. Criminals are smart, right? If there's a way to get around things or a way to draw people in, they're going to find it. And there's so many different ways, and there's ways to protect yourself, of course, as well. Really what it comes down to, I think, is everybody's heard the saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
But
it's tempting, isn't it? Because you hear about this opportunity for high returns in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Get rich quick. Who wouldn't be tempted by that?
Exactly, the deal of the century, right? So, yeah, and it's greed. Really, what it comes down to is greed on both parties' part. The person that's trying to defraud that other person, and the one that's trying to get a high return. So that's really the problem that it comes down to. People should really, there's certainly ways to protect yourself. There's a ton of websites out there. First of all, do some research. Google. It's easy to find out whether it's high returns that are promised from a non-licensed advisor. Check to see whether your advisor is licensed or not.
Now, what's the best way to find out? Because they could have a bunch of letters at the end of their name and say that they have a bunch of certificates and certification, and then you find out they don't. So how do you know who is legit and who isn't?
Yeah, you could easily check online. So, for example, for life insurance agents, and they can also sell you certain segregated investment funds. All you have to do is go to the FSCO website, which is the Financial Services Commission of Ontario, and do a search. You can also see whether your mortgage broker is licensed as well. So there's many websites like that that are available, as well just a general Google search to see whether this thing's a scam or not that you're about to get yourself into. I mean, there's a story that years ago, I actually ran across this myself with a potential client that called me that she said that she was contacted by a long-lost relative from the UK, and she's the only sole survivor down 5 generations. But she had to send some money in to get the probate done and the will done, first of all, to this solicitor.
Right.
And I said to her right away, I said, have you talked to your lawyer about this? No, I haven't. The person told me not to talk to anyone about it. Well, she was talking to me in order to get some money from her house in order to get the money to pay this person. Of course, I didn't do the deal, and I recommended that she talk to her solicitor. I don't know if she went ahead with it or not, but this is how people lose their entire life savings or the equity in their house. The one government website, I think it's the Competition Bureau, recommends, and the RCMP recommends, there's 3 R's when it comes to fraud. Just like we talked about the 3 C's of credit a month or so ago, but the 3 R's are recognize it. So just take a step back and, is this thing true? Talk to a family friend before you do anything. Just recognize that it may be fraud. The second R is reject it. Just say no, hang up the phone. That's it, that's done. Don't give any information. And the third R is to report it. Talk to the police, the RCMP, the local police, just to make sure that, this person doesn't get away with it again.
Or suck someone else into the scam, right?
Exactly.
Create more victims.
Yeah.
So what sort of things should be red flags if somebody calls you or contacts you? What sort of things would they say that should make you step back and go, wait a minute, this doesn't sound right?
Yeah, I think first of all, if you're feeling high pressure to do something, if you're being solicited without having been asked, I mean, certainly there's nothing wrong with selling. That's what makes the world go round, right? But if you're feeling pressured into something, then that should be a red flag as well. Or again, like we said before, if this just sounds too good to be true, that you're going to double your money in a month or 2 or a year for that matter, then it's probably not very legitimate. Nothing comes easy, right? And yeah, are there high returns available in the market with legitimate funds? Absolutely. Is anything guaranteed for high returns? Not at all.
Okay. Thanks, Sean. Great advice. We'll see you next week.
Take care.
This Dominion Lending segment has been brought to you by Sean Binkley, broker and wealth and insurance planner.